Hello and welcome to Firefly episode overview number 4, Shindig. And here we go. Shindig is the 4th episode of the Firefly TV series. It was first aired by Fox on November 1st, 2002. The show opens with Mal and Jayne playing a game of pool with some men on the planet Santo, while Inara watches from the bar. After finding out the men are slave traders, Mal picks one's pocket and a fight ensues. Back on Serenity, Inara books a regular client named Atherton Wing for several days. The crew lands on Persephone, a planet where they seek to refuel and find new work. While walking in the streets, they stop in front of a dress shop. Kaylee has her eye on a fluffy pink dress and mentions how Inara is the only person she knows who has the opportunity to wear such elegant clothing. Mal gets impatient. He patronizingly asks what she would do with such a dress, and compares her to a sheep walking on its hind legs. Offended, Kaylee drives back to the ship with Wash and Zoë, leaving Mal and Jayne behind. The two men are contacted by Badger, Mal's former contractor, who had previously backed out of a deal that they had in the episode Serenity. He tells Mal and Jayne that he seeks to do business with a man named Harrow, but he won't deal with Badger directly, so he wants Mal to contact him at a party later that night, the same one that Inara is attending with Atherton. At the party, it is revealed that Atherton has offered to have Inara live with him on Persephone as his personal companion, but she has not decided either way. Mal arrives with Kaylee on his arm. She is wearing the pink fluffy dress from the shop, which Mal purchased as an apology. He goes to look for Harrow, while Kaylee questions the buffet table. Back on Serenity, Simon, Book, and Jayne are playing a game of tall cards for chores while River walks around, when she begins to tear the labels bearing the Blue Sun logo off the food. Simon and Book get up to call her down, while Jayne steals Book's winnings. Zoë and Wash enjoy their own private party, where the dress code's easier, and Wash knows all the steps. Kaylee meets a group of girls at the party who criticize her dress for looking like it was bought from a store. She finds herself fitting in more with the men at the party. Meanwhile, Mal speaks to Harrow, who is hesitant to deal with someone associated with Badger. Atherton comes up to them and greets Harrow, while Mal asks Inara for a dance. While dancing, he and Inara discuss Atherton's proposal, and they agree that he has no say in what she does. Atherton attempts to pull Inara away, and Mal rebukes him, leading to Atherton to call Inara a whore, which Mal responds to by punching him in the face. Unbeknownst to him, this has entered him into a challenge with Atherton, which he then accepts, and they must duel with swords in the morning. Harrow is intrigued with Mal's mussing up Atherton's face, and says he might deal with him if he survives the duel, which is unlikely due to Atherton's skill. Back on Serenity, Badger boards the ship with his men to hold the crew on board hostage until their duel is over, so they won't attempt to save Mal. Inara sneaks into Mal's room at night and offers a means of escape, but Mal refuses, and instead Inara stays to help him practice dueling for the morning. Mal asks her later not to stay with Atherton if it should end up that he dies in the morning. On board Serenity, the crew is planning a method of getting around Badger's men when River enters and pretends to be from Badger's home world, criticizing his delusions of social standing and calling him a sad little king of a sad little hill, before going back to her room. In the morning, Mal and Atherton duel, and it's clear that Atherton is more skilled. He breaks Mal's sword and is about to deliver the death strike, when Inara says that she'll stay on Persephone if he lets Mal live. While Atherton is distracted, Mal takes the opportunity to hit him with the hilt of his sword, then taking his unbroken sword and holding Atherton to the ground. After poking him with his sword 2 times, Mal spares Atherton's life. As he recovers, Atherton realizes that Inara never intended to stay with him and threatened to pull her out of her work. Inara then says that Atherton has earned a black mark in the companion registry and will never be able to contract with another one. Or, as Harrow puts it, if he wants to court women, he'll have to rely on his winning personality. Harrow says that he'll have the cargo delivered to Serenity later that day. After boarding Serenity, Mal is attended to, and Badger's men leave. That night, Inara expresses her gratitude to Mal for standing up for her and says that she wouldn't have accepted Atherton's offer. And it is shown that Harrow's cargo is a herd of cattle. Hey, thank you for watching the history of Firefly. Special thanks to the Firefly fandom page for all information you heard today. Have a great day and stay shiny.